Hello and welcome to CGI Made Simple. Today we are diving into architectural modeling tools in Autodesk 3ds Max. In this tutorial I will guide you through the process of creating and modifying parametric walls, one of the fundamental skills in architectural design. Whether you're a beginner just starting out or an intermediate user looking to refine your skills, this tutorial is just for you. We'll explore the basic wall creation, modifying properties, and even some advanced tips and tricks. So let's get started. But before we start modeling, it is important to set up our workspace. Let's do it in a couple of steps. First, we should make sure that our scene units are set. So let's go to Customize and Units Setup. For architectural work, it is common to use the metric system. So I'll make sure that we are set to centimeters. Press OK, and here also choose the metric system and centimeters. Press OK. Next, we should ensure to configure the snapping options for precise modeling. Right-click on the Snap to Go icon and choose the ones you prefer. I usually go with perpendicular, vertex, endpoint, and midpoint. As well, I choose in options the Enable Axis Constraint. To begin, let's get familiar with the AEC extended tools available in 3ds Max. These tools are specifically designed for architectural and construction purposes, making it easier to create precise architectural elements. We can access the tools under the Create panel, under Geometry, and then choosing the AEC extended from the drop-down list. The Wall tool, which is our focus today, allows you to create walls with customizable parameters like dimensions, materials, wall profiles, and others, providing a lot of flexibility for any architectural project, especially when changes to the volume is expected. Now, let's create our first wall. I have prepared a simple project to test and showcase the wall tool. So let's press the wall button and adjust the settings of the walls. I'll set to 25 centimeters and the height to 260 centimeters. I'll make the justification to left. Turn the snap tool on by pressing S key, and by pressing we can create our first point of our wall and see a live preview of our wall with all the parameters set in advance, like 25 centimeters width and 260 height. So by clicking another time, we create our first segment of our wall. Then we can continue further clicking on to create all other segments of the walls. Now, when we are ready and finished with the walls, we can right click to exit of the wall creation, and now we can further adjust our wall parameters. We can see that the width is a bit less, so we can adjust it to 20 centimeters. We can adjust also the height. Let's adjust it to 300 to see the parametrical effect of the wall. Okay, let's continue creating some walls. we can make it the justification to right, and it just fits perfectly. And let's create this wall. And these walls here. Okay, once we are ready, we can attach all the walls together, and then we can fine-tune it even further. We can go to segment and fine-tune each segment of our walls, the width and the height as well if necessary. We can see that there is some offset happening, so let's go to vertex and fine-tune the vertices. We can, as you see, create parametrical vertices and add and redefine the shape and the wall when necessary. We can delete it, we can break some point like this and continue modeling. This is the vertex options. In the segment we can, for example, let's divide this segment in 3 even shapes. So now we can continue modeling and adjusting the shape. Or we can here as well add some points as well where we would like to, for example for the door, but I'll show you another way later on. We can detach some segments and you see it's a separate wall now, not connected to the corners. Let's get it back. Okay, for the profile, here we can adjust the wall profile. So for example, if we have here some kind of triangular shape or some other specific shapes, we can insert a grid like this and then some points to the shape and adjust the shape as we like. For example, this way we can make all kinds of wall shapes if necessary. So once our walls are placed, we can now add our material to add more realism, and luckily for us, all the faces of the walls are automatically predefined in different IDs, so this makes it pretty easy to add materials to the inside, to the outside faces. And as you see, we can easily adjust where what we need to set as a material. Now that we have covered the basics of the WoW tool, let's move to some advanced techniques. We can create also parametric openings for the windows and the doors. So in my workflow I prefer to use the windows and door tools inside 3ds Max to create the openings inside my walls. So let's press and drag like this to create the shape of the opening. Here let's adjust the height to 210 centimeters, and this is the opening for our entrance. Now let's create a layer which I'll call height, as I'll keep those windows and doors for future adjustments if necessary, so that we can redefine the shape when necessary. I'll continue adding the windows here like this. As you see, the openings are parametric, so it's very easy to control where it's happening. So let's make it from the bottom at 90 centimeters and the height to 150. As you see, it's quite easy to move it to wherever you want and redefine the opening in the wall. Let's create another one and make it the same. 90 centimeters from the bottom and the height of 150. Now let's create the doors. Go to the doors menu. I'll use the pivot door. Let's adjust the dimensions. The height will be 210 centimeters. And let's copy it here. Here the width is 90. And let's copy it to the other side. Here the depth should be bigger. Okay, now that we have added the windows and the doors, we can hide this layer, and voila, we have our openings in the walls. And the best thing is that they're parametrical, so if there is a change and the door is moved or a windows is moved to the right, to the up or down, it's very easy to make the adjustment and you have the model in a couple of seconds. Now what I use in fact for generating my windows is a plugin called WindowGenerator, and it is because it gives me a lot finer detail to work with, and it's pretty quick to generate and to created. So for here I will use our double window with a fixed part and an opening part. So I'll press create, and now we can as well play with the settings. So the height was 150 and the width was 185 as far as I remember. So as you see here are a lot of styles to the windows, so you can create the one you like and generate it pretty quickly. Now that we have generated the window, let's attach everything together to have our window easy to modify and place where we want it. As you see, it's pretty simple to place it wherever we want. I think that it's the other way around, so let's flip it again to the inside. And what we have to do is adjust the vertices to the correct place. Looks pretty easy. Okay, let's continue adding another window. So this one is with two opening and a fixed in the middle. So let's generate this one. Okay, let's create now our entrance window. As I see, we don't have the correct version with the opening in the middle. It's fixed in the middle here. So I'll use this option and create a symmetry. So let's create this one. It doesn't look very nice with this height, so let's adjust the height of the opening. Let's unhide our helping layer and adjust the height. So it should be 19 plus 150, so it should be 240. And just like this, we just have made our first correction to the model. Now let's edit the door opening. And just like this, we have our windows placed. Thank you all for watching this tutorial on modeling walls using AEC extended tools in 3ds Max. I hope that some of you found this guide helpful and that you already feel more confident in your modeling skills. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tutorials and tips on 3D modeling and design. Feel free to leave a comment below with any questions or suggestions for future videos. See you in the next tutorial.
If you did enjoy anything in this video, then drop a like and a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't subscribed yet, click below and join us. We have some great videos coming up next that you don't wanna miss. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.